Yes, welcome. And just for this moment, only for this moment, and the best you can, and you're doing the best you can if you allow yourself to be free from memory, free from preconceived ideas, free from everything you think you know. And that's when you're doing the best you can. So again, only the best you can, and just for this moment. Could you open to the possibility that whatever that is that you might be looking for or desiring or seeking is already here. Right here. And that this here is already open, unlimited, whole, complete, all-knowingness. Infinite, intelligent, already naked. And it is in this nakedness in and on which we experience or arises the experiencing of a mind, a body, a world, and this open, unlimited here becomes obvious. The moment you are not any longer interested or wondering, into what we call thinking, feeling, body sensations. So the moment we're not going along, we allow ourselves to not to go along with those, with the exercise of thinking, feeling, and sensing. Everything becomes what it is. Very light arising in this openness that you are. So this is the theory. So let's see, for instance, at this moment, whatever you might be hearing or sensing, could you let it be story-free? In other words, don't go into the wondering of the story about whatever you might be hearing. Like, the story or whatever, since you're coming from the sense of memory, whatever the memory might be telling you about whatever you're hearing. In this case, whatever sounds are arising in the surroundings. So, the invitation that I'm trying to convey is that you're allowing yourself to stay as the openness, the moment when perceptions, in this case sounds, arises, and you allow it to be story-free. And when you do that, you are not practicing wandering in the realm of mind. Because when we are wandering, we are looking away from that in and on which the experiencing of wandering arises. And we have the tendency to make this wandering very personal. We make a personal story out of it. So, in this moment, allow yourself, let's go away from whatever sounds we're hearing in the surroundings, and allow yourself to remember a place, a person, or a thing, and the thing can be an object, a project, or something related to the body. That you usually find yourself wondering about. Can be anything. Also, the thing can be a daily activity. So simply notice whatever arises in the openness of your experiencing. And notice that whatever arises are images. It may have some sounds or comments about it, or you might have experienced some, and see whatever feelings of sensations compels, is compelling within you. Whether it's any sensation pleasant or unpleasant, or neutral. Yes, whatever is arising, let it be the best you can, story-free. Simply see it as pictures, sensations, or sounds. And notice that in this moment, you have the choice to go along with that, or to rest as the openness. This openness that is already naked. Unlimited. Receptive, yet untouched. And notice that when you exercise, the only choice there is, which is to be what is actually here, or to go along, whatever that is that tells you otherwise. See what is experienced. Notice what is experienced. It's natural if for some of us we're feeling an effortless discharge of energy, or simply a movement of energy. Doesn't have to be fast, slow. It's irrelevant. For some of us, it's very spontaneous, just gone. For some of us, that is irrelevant, as I say. Because the moment we're making it relevant, we're getting involved in it, we're wandering within it. We're using it to wander. And wandering is one of the exercises we use to stay in that which is not, to be involved with thoughts, feelings, sensations. So simply notice this activity that we do automatically or subconsciously, the sense of wandering. That even that if sometimes we don't see thoughts or feelings, we still localize at the area that we call the mind. And that it is because we're open to wonder, and we're subconsciously wondering. So simply notice it. So again, well, being here in what is actually here, that whatever that is already open, allowing for experiencing to arise. Again, allow yourself to think about a place, a person, or a thing that is demanding a lot of your time, is demanding a lot of attention. Like, for instance, it needs to be finished, it needs to be done, I don't like it, it's not falling into place, needs work, whatever that is that it feels that is demanding. And simply notice whatever arises and you're experiencing. Whatever pictures, sounds, or sensations about it. Sensations about I'm patient, liking it, disliking it. Wishing it was different. So yes, welcome all of that as well. And whatever is arising, just for this moment, simply notice the openness. And welcome the sense of wanting to be controlled or manipulated by whatever is arising on you. Just for this moment. And again, notice that when you choose to rest as that which is allowing for all of this to be experienced, whatever is arising is naturally and effortlessly dissolving, collapsing. Now, while resting at this openness, yes, let's do just once more before. Just one more, whatever that is always demanding for your attention. Whether it is impatience, yes, something that, again, a place, a person, or a thing. Can be the same thing or any other things, or person, or places. Some of us are always that we need to make a decision. That could be a thing. Welcome that as well. If there is in any of you the sense of that a decision needs to be made. So anyway, welcome whatever arises in your experiencing. And simply notice how this openness is naturally welcoming, naturally inviting, allows for everything to effortlessly arise, effortlessly shows all the accessories for to be seen, to be heard, to be sensed. So simply consciously notice whatever you are sensing, hearing, seeing. And remember that you have the choice to stay wandering with it, or to rest as the openness, that which is already wandering free. And is wandering free because it's doesn't need to be personal or impersonal to be. So, just lastly, allow yourself to sense whatever you are experiencing as that's what you call the body. Usually when one is very open in the chest area, or in the front of what we call the body, to what we call feelings, thoughts, we become naturally very aware of the back of the body. That becomes naturally. And we see whatever we're sensing right now as the contact area between the back of the body and whatever is holding it. We see it as a line, or as a shape of a line between what we call the front of the body and the back of the body. If not, simply notice the contact area between the body and whatever is holding it. And notice the surrounding space in all directions. And notice that which is aware of the sensation. And notice that which is aware of being aware. That which is unlimited. The unlimited here. And simply notice if you have the tendency to go back to something small and called thought, called feeling, or location in front of the body. It's all right, just simply notice it. But notice that in and on which arises. And allow the attention to open. And simply notice that you have the choice to reside or to be with the attention in that what you call the body, or with the attention in that in and on which the accessory called body arises. Yes, simply, if you notice making any effort, simply notice it. And rest as that which is effortlessly noticing, yet ever open. Ever here. And while directing perhaps your attention to whatever new images and new experiences may arise within you, as we continue, simply open to the possibility that is all arising in this and that, whatever it is, that we experience as openness. Formless, unlimited. And can you open to the possibility that that is where the body focus, called eyes, appears? And by the way, it's not that you're losing the sense of openness if you feel now more aware of the body focus, the eyes. It's just that without noticing, you focus your attention into it. So simply remember the best you can your attention. While you're allowing yourself to experience the eyes, the open eyes.